Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, my weed, man. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. Drop this shit. What up?
ARP on last night with Queen Flip and all that. You were listening, right?
Yeah, I was
Now,
listening.
towards the end of time,
as far as what?
when y'all met each other at a couple of events, you don't gotta fuck like say you met Cortez at like 4 or 5 different events. It don't mean you fuck with them crazy like that. You ain't NYB none of that shit. But like, how do y'all feel like when y'all wrote? Well, I can't even say that because you from the West, you from the East, so it's actually kind of different. Is there like an unwritten rule amongst battlers? Like we gonna stick together if we've seen so enough times, and we going out of town.
That we cool. Like you saying, like if I see a nigga at a couple events, we not really tight, but I know him.
Well, all right. For instance, Math is by himself with that whole situation. Do you feel like people who have been around Math at enough events should jump in? I don't mean ARP. I'm just asking in general. Like, is there like you going out of town? You don't have any bodyguards. I'm pretty sure you're.
Damn, you know what? I don't think there is a solidified answer. I think that just varies person to person. Because you got people who will say, okay, we got a mutual friend, but because you don't fuck with him, now I'm not fucking with him. But then you got people that say, well, just because y'all got problems, that don't mean I got to sever my relationship with him just because y'all beef. So you got people who just view that differently. So
that shit is crazy because it's like you're battling, you're going out of town. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're well known. Everybody knows who you is. Like you feel like you're a nice guy. No one probably wants to call you crazy and shit like that. But it's just like, do you feel like you niggas are damn near superstars? Like y'all are known. I know niggas know y'all. There's been so many times I went to the gas station and shit like that. Niggas know who the fuck I was from blogs. It's not even funny. So it's like, y'all don't get bodyguards. So there got to be some type of, you got my back, I got your back type shit going on, right?
Right. I mean, look, I can answer that like this. If one of my partners got like a legit street beef with a nigga, then I'm with that. I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? So if I seen a opponent, somewhere. Hello?
Yeah, you there. You good?
Hold on, my bad. Hello?
Yeah, you there.
Okay. Now, like I said, for that situation, if my partner got a beef with a nigga and a nigga done put hands on my partner, when I see him, then it's on. It's that, that's just all rip for me. I think that's probably just from where I'm from. You know what I mean? So I just raised like that.
But that shit is still crazy because you don't know nobody before you start a battle. Like Verb, let's say you bump into Verb. You don't know the nigga. You know of the nigga, obviously.
Right. I think you do, but you kind of build like a brotherhood. Like it's almost like if a nigga, went to the army and did 4 years or 2 years in the military with a homeboy. They kind of like lifelong friends from that point on.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it is like some type of unwritten thing, like you were saying. So I have bonds with a lot of the battlers that I've battled. Like me and Mr. Mills, we tight.
Yeah.
Me and Daylight, me and Nitty, niggas that I done went to war with. I'm super cool with them, and we'll go to war with in and out of the ring, just like my man Adi Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like we met through battle rap. But this man knows my family. He knows my kids. He knows my wife. Like I consider him a brother. You know what I mean? So any beef for his is my beef.
Okay.
I think you do kind of develop a bond. You know what I'm saying, with certain individuals. And I think that's just life in general, though. Like that could be anything.
Yeah, that ain't just battle.
You might have went to school with a nigga, didn't know the nigga before you went to high school or college, but y'all probably built a bond in school and been cool ever since. So it's the same thing with this battle rap shit.
Hey, yo, Danny, what's your opinions on this new style? Are a lot of people exaggerating on it? The whole, not your style, but the whole, PG stuffing and selling words out.
Listen, it's so funny you brought that up because I'm addressing that with Steam.
Okay.
Please do.
I definitely gonna address that, and I don't hate. I hate it badly. I wish I could spit. I'm gonna call you later. You got to hear the bar. It's gonna put him and that style up. Like this is gonna be the end of that style. I'm putting an end to that shit.
Yo, I tried to watch URL uploaded Bangs versus URL uploaded Bangs versus Jay West today, and it was like, I promise you, within a minute and a half, 2 minutes of Bangs first, I just completely stopped. Like, you know what? I can't do it. No, like all that for a long time. This shit right there.
I can't
It's
cap.
a problem. I'm gonna tell you. Right, and this has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. I feel like whoever was like the first ones doing it, they should be the only ones that's doing it.
That's what I was about to say.
You had a whole bunch of niggas. You had a bunch of niggas come in later doing the same shit that for a couple other TV niggas was doing. So we don't get the diversity that we once got, like when you had a Bill Collector and a B Magic and a John and a Rosenberg and a JC. That's all different colors in a crayon box.
Mm-hmm.
None of that shit is alike. So like now, when you get a crop of niggas coming out this era, if you heard one, you done heard them all.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's standing out? Who's different? And this is why Mike P is thriving. This is why Tinker Demon is thriving. You know what I'm saying? Because they have their own fucking
their own style, originality.
Their own originality to it. It's nothing wrong with being influenced by some, because we all definitely get an influence of somebody. But if you're gonna do it, like you gotta put your own spin, your own twist to it, and make it fresher. You can't just carbon copy somebody else's style and pretty much.
It's crazy because yo, I'm gonna keep it real. Like when HA Double first came out, we was all going crazy. Like, yo, this nigga's getting wild with this shit. But then it's like all these niggas came in and started doing the same shit. So it kind of, in a way, I kind of feel like it fucked him up because it's like when he did it again, it was like, yo, we just seen 8 niggas doing it now. Like, I don't know. Shit was just fucked up.
Oh, man, yeah, man. It's almost a robotic. Like, niggas don't have a smooth flow. You know, like, when you listen to B Magic or Big K, it's almost melodic. Like, there's a cadence, there's a rhythm, a bounce to their shit. You know what I'm saying? But now you listen to these other niggas, it's choppy. Very choppy. You know what I mean? Like, when I take the K and bring it to his front door, it's gonna be, you know, it's like, no, my nigga, stop that.
Yeah. That's spelling shit. That's spelling shit.
And,
man,
I'm getting tired.
That whole, my nigga, that whole, it's ICU. I'm gonna put you in the ICU, and like that shit be killing me.
But look, though. What you're doing right now and what Caps is doing by us talking about it, it is going to help eradicate it. You have to bring it up. You have to let these niggas have to hear this. They have to see, okay, these niggas ain't fucking with that style, so I'm gonna stop that. Or even the next generation of niggas coming up, they gonna know that's what not to do.
They gotta understand, in battle rap, no one had no wave had a certain style everyone adapted to. This shit is actually new in battle rap. Like everyone sounds like these niggas. This shit is crazy.
Right. absolutely true. It's new. I would say it's about 2.5, maybe 3 years old. If we go back to, I feel like Sting was a part of that shit too, man. Like, and that's not, and listen, that's not even a knock on Sting because I got a battle with him coming up, and I'm not trying to like use him as an example, but that was one of the people that made it popular because when Sting started gaining steam, no pun intended, people were like, damn, you rap like that and get bigger battles. You can actually make it rapping like that. So he's one of the, but I feel like because he was one of the forefathers of that shit, then it's cool. Like, I'm not really mad at him, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like he too much did it from somebody. But all the other ones that came after Steams and We Go Hard, like, they kind of all rap that way. It ain't the same bar. They're not saying that they're not biting bars, but the way they're delivering the bars is all similar to one another. So if you close your eyes, you really couldn't know who's who from here.
Man, that shit started running
Danny.
URL.
Hey, Danny, how many battles do you have?
I don't know.
But is it over 40, 50?
Oh man, I don't even know. Like on camera, I got a lot. I would say I got a lot of battles on camera. Battles niggas don't even know I had. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
hey, yo,
I don't really keep track no more though.
Hey yo, is it really fair at this point to actually keep talking about Lux and Mook and y'all niggas got all these battles and these niggas got like 5 or less? I'm actually talking like that's a lot of battles that these niggas, that you niggas got like 25, 30 battles on cam over these niggas. Like, is this?
You know, it's crazy.
If we just wipe them off of the white of the Mount Rushmore, like, yo, we appreciate what you did, y'all legends, but they go through Arsenal, Hollow, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. I have been so vocal about that, but when you're vocal and you bring up the legends like Mook and Lux, then it's sort of taboo. And then you're criticized. And then you look like a hater.
Check it out. And then niggas is coming at me like, why don't niggas got Mook over Rex anyway? What's your thoughts on that? Mm-hmm. A lot of niggas saying there's no way Rex is not on the Mount Rushmore. Like, regardless if he fell off here or there, he never stopped. He kept it going. Like,
that's crazy. That is crazy, man. That's crazy. And Rex has definitely put in way more work than Murder Mook. And that's not an opinion. That's a fact. Rex been putting in work. Regardless of how anybody feel about him, that man is a fucking battle rap legend. Saying I got him personally over Mook. If you know on my Mount Rushmore. But like you were saying, these guys can get away with doing 6 to 7, 8 battles total. I'm talking about total. We're doing 8, 10, 12 battles a fucking year in this era. Versus killers. Like I say, in that era, it wasn't that many nice niggas to begin with. You know what I mean? Okay, you have to Lux, Mook, Arsenal, Rex. Who else was it? Maybe then showing Lions Den, you get good, K-Shine, Serious Jones at that time. I would say you can say 15 niggas. So there was still other battles, but there was probably 15 total that were like nice, and that really stood out, and niggas that had names. You know what I mean? Back in that time. So it was easier to stand out if you was nice. But in this day and age, it's like 50 nice niggas per league, and now there's like 1 million leagues and 1 million battlers. So to be able to stand out in this day and time, I think you have to do, like, it's more work. It's harder.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, man. One of my homeboys kind of broke this shit down. You think about this. He was like, yo, it might not have been that many people back then, but you got to think about the niggas who didn't make it to the camera, that it was already dead before they even fucking got the camera in their face. What do you think about that?
Right. Hey,
You know what I mean?
you know that's a fact too. But that's a fact too. But you can attribute that to any scenario. You can say how many nice niggas that's in prison that could have been in the NBA. Every one of us knows some talented motherfucker in some type of form or fashion. We know friends, family members, homeboys, cousins, stepbrothers, whatever. That's nice at something, but because of unfortunate situations, they never made it. Mm-hmm. So
no, I'm saying I'm more so saying that
rap, but
now I was more so saying that the idea was like Mook and Jones and all of them had already killed so many niggas outside of being on the cam. Like it was I couldn't even make it to the Black Stars and the little events and shit like that. They had already been killed.
Okay, but to not undermine the newer guys of this day and age. I mean, niggas, we had to beat and kill on and off camera, no names and up and comers before we got to a certain level. You know what I mean? Like,
but
we done put in work too.
Danny, let me ask you this.
A lot of work.
Danny, let me ask you this. What are we doing with the quantity of battles versus the impact of battles? Can you really what are we doing when a nigga has 40? When a nigga has 40 battles versus somebody like, let's even say like a Hitman or a Surf. Every time they battle, it's a big battle. It's not just another battle. What are we doing with the amount of battles versus the impact of certain battles?
I think this is why Lux and Mook, they're kind of like not movable on the Rushmore because they were like the forefathers. So no matter how much shit we could talk or whatever, say they didn't have this many battles, at the same time you can say they ushered in this era. They ushered in this and they ushered in that. So the impact that they had is what, and this is why we try to tell people, it was the impact they had and the time. It was the timing versus the quality, the amount of quality battles that, that they produced. So that's one of the factors is that when the motherfucker just have like an impactful ass battle every time you get on that stage, like a Surf. But I wouldn't even say, I don't know. I mean, Surf, what are the Verb? Surf and Verb, was that the last Surf I seen? I don't. You know what I mean? Like that.
Too.
That wasn't quality. That wasn't quality. Versus
but I'm saying
like the
you can't say that. You can't say that about too many Surf battles. Though. You honestly can't say that about too many Surf battles that he didn't go off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that, but not all of these battles these like super impactful or super like my. I mean, even we go to Surf and Tay-Rock, and I was anticipating that. I just don't think it was as good as I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? I thought it could have been a mega battle, but it didn't. I don't know. Maybe I just had too much expectations for it, but I don't think that lived up to what I thought it was going to live up to.
Yo, Danny, keep it real. You and Diz put in mad work. Is the West getting like the respect that it deserved in battle rap now, or is it still like y'all still people still view y'all as not being on the East Coast level?
I think we broken through. I think we definitely this year with Nitty and Ab and Disaster and Solomon, me and D-Dot. I think the West is really starting to get its just due in terms of niggas accepting us as a formidable region. Like we're really dope out here. You know what I mean? And when you in front of a West Coast artist, and me and Nitty was just talking about that. We were saying literally today that because our region is pretty much new to the scene, because it was always Jersey, New York, the Midwest, and then when you did have the West Coast, you had Awkward and the Source and Diz kind of like running the scene, and it was more of the backpacker style, the freestyle era, grind time. But the West Coast street element, I feel like that just recently got noticed. in battle rap. The street rappers from the West Coast, like Dre Vicious, myself, Daylight, Nitty, KG, the up and coming guys that are coming out. Like, I feel like we just now getting looked at and recognized, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke because we feel like it's a chip on our shoulders. We still fighting for respect, but I think we have made strides, and it's not as bad as it used to be.
I'm gonna go left. What do you think about the whole thing with certain battle rappers? I don't know if you saw the Queen Swift and Jazz blog. How do you feel about certain people saying bloggers can hurt the game and, you know, they push negativity? What do you think about that whole thing?
Well, I didn't see that blog, but you said, can bloggers hurt the game?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of battle rappers say bloggers are pushing negativity and stuff like that. Like, what do you think about it? Are bloggers?
No, I'm gonna tell you this. I wouldn't agree. I would not agree with that. I just feel like bloggers can only report what they are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So if the battlers are putting out bad battles and whack shit, and they're doing corny shit outside of the battle shit, and the bloggers talk about it, then that's what we gave them to talk about. And because they have a voice and they reach so many people, you know what I'm saying? Like, the bloggers definitely reach more people than a lot of the battle rappers themselves. So if they were to say anything negative, it's because we gave them something negative to speak about. They don't. I don't see. I mean, I personally know a blogger just make up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they did that, if they was doing that, then that would be whack. But if they're just talking about what niggas is actually doing, then that's not their fault. They're like the fucking news. You know what I'm saying? This is our media. This is our news. So when you got Stay Black and you have Cats and Chris Unbiased and everybody that you got doing it, they're our news outlet. The battlers are giving them the news. So if there's some dope shit out, they're going to talk about that. If there's some whack shit out and the bloggers are still like battle rappers on a decline and this shit getting whack now, shit ain't going to be around in 5 years, it's the rapper's fault. This shit only going to last as long as us battlers allow it to last. Because if we keep giving like shit and half-ass performances and fans paying money and feel like they've been cheated, then they going to just quit fucking with this shit. And once we don't have financial support from the fans, then this thing is all the way gone. Because I don't think.
Hey, I got a crazy question for you, Danny. Like, all right, you fucking with URL. Do you feel like, be honest, like, do you feel like, well, obviously everybody grew up, they don't say they was fuck with the Smack DVD, they seen Mook and Luck, like you said. Do you feel like if a ballad doesn't make it on URL, like that mission might be incomplete? Like, because a lot of niggas say this is a legend, but you don't really, like, we all know Ilmac and The Source and all they did.
Right.
You really don't hear niggas talk about them like that.
Right.
Like, if you really on some shit, like, okay, I did all this over here, but I didn't hit a URL stage, so it just is what it is. Like, niggas put Serious Jones over them, everybody. You don't hear no one really saying, like, you hear niggas saying The Source and Ilmac is a legend, but you know what I mean. Not like how it should
and
be
it's true.
said.
No, it's true. I mean, I feel like, but you know what, though? Not everybody is made for that stage.
That's true, too.
Not everybody, so they just got to let their legacy be whatever it's going to be. You can't force a legacy, like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas, Ilmac and The Source and even guys like Bender, these guys are dope. Jerome, Pat Stay, but if they end their careers now and never went on URL, does it diminish or put an asterisk by their name? I think it may put an asterisk by their name, but I don't think you can question their work ethic or their skill. No league makes your skill.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, me and Daylight, we made a name for ourselves, primarily without being on URL. I can probably count on one hand how many battles I've had on URL versus the other leagues that I've been to, and I did good for myself without having to be groomed and blown up and being on Summer Madness. I've never been on Summer Madness. I've never been on Gnome. You know what I'm saying? If I am on a URL card, it's a smaller card. You know what I mean? It's shit like that. But you don't need the URL to be somebody. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have that on your resume, definitely. Mm-hmm. And they have made themselves the premier league. Although as much as I try to I don't like to push that. I don't like to. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was battlers first. I was always battlers first, like the battlers. We are. But then you got a league like URL, who pretty much is like what they say the NBA. So if you don't go there, if it ain't here, don't count. I don't believe in that because a lot of the greatest battles that ever happened did not take place on URL. This is a fact. Lux and Hollow did not take place on URL. You know what I mean? And a bunch of other battles I can name, but I'm saying it's like a give and take. It's a give and take. Not being on there ain't gonna really kill your career. So there's niggas that's been on URL that ain't nowhere to be found now.
True.
Niggas done had shots. Niggas done been on there, been on that stage, and either they fucked up or they didn't fuck up, but they had behind the scenes bad business with the owners, personal issues. So a lot of those type of issues keep battlers off that league, and now they're in limbo. Now you don't see them no more. Now they're barely getting booked. So that's not a make or break for you. It's not a make or break.
Danny, I was my bad, yo. I always wanted to ask you, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of this point in your career, bro, I'm going to keep it real. I like the fact that you battle as much as you do, but do you ever think about maybe sitting out just a little bit, you know what I mean, letting people miss you a little bit? Because, like, again, I just go back to your first record, man. You got so much shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. I'm at that point now. That's why I said after the Steam joint, I don't have nothing. Like, I'm not even looking for anything. See what I'm saying?
At all,
Paul. Like the past shit that, like I said, I just found that out today, and that was because he called for that. See what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna probably be chilling.
The thing that kind of gets me though.
Get battles that excite me. I'm not gonna be just taking a battle because they call me like, yo, we got this card coming up. We want you versus so and so, and it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, because I feel like I gotta stand up for what I feel I am worth at this point. I'm worth the big matches now. I done put in the work. It's like, how much work do a nigga got to put in? You know what I'm saying? I should be the goddamn the definition in the battle rap dictionary of hard work and work ethic. Because I feel like I battled tough niggas. The best. You know what I'm saying? I'm not battling bums. I'm not going to some league in North Dakota or some league in Alabama and battling MC Bubblegum. I'm battling the toughest niggas that y'all can offer. And I do need to sit out until I get to some name. You know, this is why I'm saying like Hollow or Lux.
You ready?
Whoever.
Yo, Danny, you ready for Hollow?
Listen.
Hey, yo, you know what? Yo, niggas be trying to front. Hollow's vulnerable, yo.
Like, listen. I watched Hollow live versus Pat Day. I seen Tinks in the Armor. I watched it. I studied it. I analyzed it. And Hollow is, but at the same time, he's not somebody you can prepare for. You know what I mean? You can't prepare for Hollow.
Nah.
And why I say that is because he's so organic. It's like water. He can change at the drop of a dime. He doesn't have a set pattern. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no archetype. Hollow is like, he can go anywhere with it. So how do you prepare for somebody like that?
Hey, yo, Jamie, when you're watching a battle live and you hear a battler say a bar you've heard before, like, how do you go about that? Because in the Hollow and Pat Stay battle, Hollow had the whole backstroking line.
Damn, man, that's a tough one.
It is.
It's almost like you automatically lose points. You got a minus point for it. But sometimes, and I know this myself because I've done it myself, is that us battlers will write some shit that we either heard before, but it don't even be intentional. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's on our subconscious. It's in the back of our memory. We heard the bar, and it's in our mind, and we'll fuck around and write the same shit we heard, and it's not the same thing as intentionally biting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because you can intentionally bite a nigga shit and just flip it your way, or you might just say word for word on purpose, and just don't give a fuck. But you can, on accident, write some shit that you heard before, and that happens. I did it. When I battled Charlie Clips, I said to my dogs are split the noodle like legs in a trap, and somebody told me Big Keith said that. And I was like, well, damn, I didn't bite it, but I'll take that though. If I want a minus points for that, then go ahead. But I know in my heart I didn't intentionally steal that, but it had to be in my fucking mind, so it happened. It's just a judgment call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think Hollow did that shit on purpose. I seen him tweet that he watched that battle when Trez set the backstroke line, I think versus Craig Lamar. And so Hollow might just have that shit stuck in his subconscious and just said the shit. And it happened. But somebody of Hollow's caliber don't need to steal from a nigga.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really take that many points away. Like, you don't. But, certain niggas try to take that and make it a big deal and run with it. So I think we know who's stealing, who ain't stealing.
Yo, Danny Myers versus Young L. That might be all right. Step down?
Verb, yeah, he called me for that for St. Louis. That was actually supposed to happen in January, but I had clips. Coming up on Black Ice. So it was like, he wanted to do it like pretty much the week before Charlie Clips, and I had to turn it down. I turned it down just because I already, was in war mode for Clips, and didn't want to like try to rush some shit together for Young Eel and then go out there and get washed or some shit. You feel me? So I turned that down. But that's definitely. I'll do that.
Hey yo, Danny. When you see Surf and Hitman Holla having all these million view battles and yada yada yada, like, what do you think you have to do to be on that level right there, to be a superstar, not just a good battler, not just a bar guy, but a superstar? What do you think you have to do to be on that level?
There's nothing I can do. You understand me? Because either you have it or you don't. It's that simple.
There's no way to get it. There's no way to get it.
No.
You just gotta have it.
Get it. Yeah, you just gotta have it. Like somebody it's man. Just some people are just stars. Some people are just born stars. You know what I mean?
Well, how do you explain Danger Zone?
Never. I will say this: never equate. You're going to have a star, but he might not be the most skilled. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. JC is probably one of the best writers that this game has ever seen. But you wouldn't necessarily say he's a superstar. You can say the same thing for Chilla Jones or Danger Zone or myself. You say these niggas are incredibly gifted when it comes to the writing. But in terms of popularity and just having the it factor No, we don't have that. Can we work to get that? No.
I don't know.
You can't work to be Kobe. You can't work to be LeBron. You just gotta be born with it.
Damn, because not, you know, I'm asking. Not that many people have the it factor right now.
Facts.
No. You know what? Listen, I got hopes for Mo Mula.
Yo, he's dope. I fuck with him. Yeah, but
niggas came in this shit stars, man. Like, when niggas first came in, niggas were stars. Now it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just too many of these niggas. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, this shit makes me think back.
It is that invisible thing called swag and just style. That shit is real shit. You know what I'm saying? Either you got that or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I have swag per se, and it has nothing to do with how I dress. I think it's just how I come across and how I present myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pretty much like all business. Like when it comes to that rapping shit, like I'll be always saying, okay, y'all can have that. Y'all can have the views, y'all can have the popularity, y'all can have the fame, whatever. Y'all can sell the most tickets. Just get in this fucking ring with it. Because none of that matters.
Hey, but then, you know what? I'm going to come clean.
So that's my focus. I think I just so focused on being the best battler as opposed to being like a star. I really think part of that is also so I just never cared or intended to be that battle rap star. That sounds almost crazy.
But you know what, Danny? I'm going to come clean. They was doing shit that, like, y'all really wasn't doing. Like y'all came in just like, trying to rap. Like, when Hitman and these niggas came in, you had these niggas blogging, talking about you can't come to the Midwest. It was even back at the event, like, the night of main event shit in Chicago with them niggas arguing. It was mad ciphers going on at the event. It was a bunch of shit going on that, like, the newer battlers just don't do. Niggas ain't going crazy, blogging at the articles doing.
That's true,
like,
too.
all that shit. It's a lot of shit that they just don't do. Like, niggas, you gotta, on Angry Fans Radio is the only time they promote the battles and shit. Like, it ain't no build-up. It's like, them niggas was, like, building up their fights and all this shit. This shit now, it just be like Concrete Carl versus Ninja Turtle Sam, and both of these niggas got bars. Like,
I feel like if you want to be or looked at on that level, you need to use social media to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? So you got guys like, let's take Jim. Right? He's kind of made himself into somebody now. You know what I mean? And not so much because he's a dope rapper. Y'all feel me? Like, he's gaining popularity. I'm not saying he's superstar, but he has that potential, and it's not because he's a dope rapper. The guy has an insane personality. He's funny. He does blogs. He does recaps. He talks shit. He stays fly. He's fresh. He talks crazy shit to niggas. And he's popular. He's getting popular. And he's getting big battles because of it. He's not the most skilled battler. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's not I'm talking shit, but that's a fact.
But you know who else?
Lyrically nice or crazy. You don't hear niggas quoting Jim's bar. You don't hear niggas talking about, yo, Jim said this. No, but you do know who Jim is, and you will know who he is faster than you will know a bar heavy nigga.
Angry Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man. Drop this shit.